Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to our 7th episode of Real or Not Backstory Edition. And macam biasa juga, before we begin, let's hear it from our main sponsor.
Proses jual beli rumah senang,
dengan khidmat ejen yang profesional,
berpengalaman,
perspektif yang segar,
pakej terbaik. Hassan Jaafar Property.
Perlu rumah? Ingat Hasyimah.
Hubungi kami sekarang.
And welcome back to the reveal episode, the segment. So, last week kita telah tayangkan 3 story untuk korang fikirkan which is real and which is not. Okay, tapi sebelum sebelum akak revealkan korang kan which episode mana yang betul, mana yang tak, kita ada sikit discussion sekejap lah dulu. Siapa nak mulakan dulu? Siapa yang fikir? Okay, you wanna go first?
I would say the real story is pretend.
Ooh, interesting choice Kenapa Macam ada bersalah ke? Nak confess ke?
Tak ada. Nothing like that. But because I feel like I heard of stories before.
Okay.
And also I feel like because you lied to your dad, so you kena balik. I'm going in that way.
Karma is real, that kind lah. Lagi-lagi dalam segi agama
Betul.
Jangan main-main.
Betul.
Okay, interesting take. Okay, wait, so you think pretend is real?
Real.
Okay, yourself.
I think POV number 3, which is follow.
Ooh.
Because follow, Acap kan selalu sering balik malam ni semua kan. And I have a lot of encounters like that lah. Usually it happens orang balik malam.
Oh, dan ikut balik gitu Okay, but kenapa? But then asal tak cakap macam Shobi punya opinion ke? Tak.
Asal Acap solat betul-betul.
Oh. Ya bro, dia kena kau. Okay. So for your case, aside from the karma dalam segi agama pula, segi agama ni kan, you don't think macam Acap ke? Tak ada, you don't balik malam ke?
I do balik malam, tapi tak pernah kena kacau.
Oh, so that's why you fikir tak betul lah.
Yes,
okay.
correct.
Tapi for the yang POV homeless tu,
Asal?
cannot make it sikit lah.
Asal cannot make it? Dia punya hantu orang handal lah.
Hantu dia memang lah pelakon tadi.
Okay, tapi asal Why you say number tu tak boleh? Betul apa orang kencing dekat lift, dekat tangga, betul apa?
Sebenarnya orang yang kencing tu semua bukan hantu. Tu semua manusia yang kerja.
Betul.
Jangan salahkan hantu. Kesian hantu-hantu ni sebenarnya.
Tahu, tapi maksudnya macam it's macam real apa, orang homeless ni habis lepas tu dia kejadian tak boleh lah. You don't baik lah.
Tak boleh lah. Pasal accident must be kat factory. Habis tiba-tiba hantu accident factory kat tangga. Like what?
Okay lah.
For me, never heard of.
Korang jangan terkejut kalau dapat envelope ni cakap
Betul
banyak
juga.
kan. Which one? So adakah korang pun agree dengan dia? Cakap apa? Oh, mana accident ni? By the way, dengar-dengar hantu tak boleh teleport apa?
Oh,
Okay, so korang dah bersedia untuk nak find out episode mana, story mana is real atau tak. Kan dah tercengang dulu. Okay, hari ni kita akan kasih Shobi untuk buka. Okay, Shobi. Bismillah
Ready,
dulu.
guys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Oh, terkemam.
And the real POV is POV number 3.
Itu dia.
Pandai kau.
Follow.
Acap macam confident je.
Follow ni memang permainan dorang lah. So follow, sentiasa follow.
Follow apa kau berbual? Ya Allah. Okay. So memang betul lah actually cerita number 3 followed is real. So korang tak nak tahu ke siapa?
Nak tahu. Tapi bukan cerita Acap kan ni.
Bukan cerita.
Tak, actually memang cerita Acap.
Tak ada. Okay guys, korang kita dah tak nak cakap banyak lagi. Sebab apa? Tetamu undangan sebenarnya akak dah sembunyikan kat luar. Daripada tadi aku tak kasih korang keluar kan. Ada reason dia. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Saksikan video ini.
They do not have any sticks. They do not look like anything.
As usual, I'm gonna listen to a story.
Which is sent to me by experiences, supernatural encounters.
Terus saya terfikir, kalau biasanya kita dengar cerita hantu, kita biasa akan cuba bayangkan bagaimana makhluk itu, bagaimana rupa makhluk itu. Jadi saya cuba satukan idea ni di mana pada masa sama anda dapat lihat gambarnya. Ini sesuatu yang unik lah.
Sir Wilson! Itu dia guys, the third story yang kita telah tunjuk tayangkan korang minggu lepas followed is actually the real one. And ini dia orang yang mengalaminya. Tu Acap macam you got
Actually Acap ada banyak lah question nak tanya ke
okay.
Abang Syed ni.
Terus kau tunjuk botol tak kasi aku can
Bila Abang Syed start melukis?
Okey, sebenarnya saya mula melukis sejak di bangku sekolah, primary school Kalau dulu melukis dekat tembok.
Serius?
Sekarang melukis dulu kat tembok, pasal apa? Tembok banyak space. So there's lots to draw Tapi after that my late father gave me a stationery set and a drawing block, and I started drawing ever since. It's like,
at which point do you know that your drawing is actually good? Because I ever try drawing hancur je, hanam. So at which point, because your drawing is so real tau. So macam at which stage do you macam actually aku bagus at drawing ni?
how to say this? At that point, it just comes naturally. You know, it's like if you sing and you like to sing, you know, you have the voice. And okay, I think that's my forte. Okay, I'm going to be a singer, or I'm going to sing. You know, that's it. For me, it begins with just a drawing on the wall. Okay, seriously, it was on the wall, dekat tembok.
Aku belum try draw kat wall. Sekali mana tahu bagus ke apa
Masa tu lukisan, I was drawing a Superman kat tembok tu. Lepas tu kena rotan lah. But it was worth it. Then
Ada gambar ke tak of that Superman? That first drawing?
gambar Superman tak ada. Gambar kena rotan mungkin ada. Adalah, gurau je. Okay. And it all interest orang kata Then I start to read comics. The first comic, I mean, for those of you who are watching, if you're old timers like me, I'm old aku tua Okay. Kalau dulu kita pergi barbershop, diorang ada letak comic book. You know, either Marvel comic or Laofuchi, you know, Hong Kong comics and all that. I will read, and then sometimes I will bring home. I'll ask the barber first. Bang, boleh bawa balik tak bang? Ambil. Tanya dulu lah kan. So I would read and then I would copy. You know, read and copy, and I decided to let's say gambar this character. Nanti I cuba lukis lah. Okay, lukis kepala dia gini, lukis dia punya posture macam mana gitu kan. Of course initially it's like macam caveman drawings.
Okay.
But of course eventually, you know, if you practice and keep going. And then dulu tak ada YouTube. Kalau dulu YouTube they have tutorials.
Yes.
Back then it's either you copy, it's self-taught, or you go to the library.
Dia minat lah from there.
serious?
Okay, since just now you mention comics, sejak bila ni you draw horror hantu?
Tak, naluri saya minat. I'm a horror movie buff. I like all things horror. That's why I'm one of your biggest fans. Seriously. Right. And anything horror lah. Okay, back then and until now, I still listen to MJ12, one of my favorite shows to listen to at night, sebelah malam. Then datang satu idea. That time was during our circuit breaker. All of us were stuck at home. Nak keluar pun tak boleh. Nak duduk kat rumah. Apa aku nak conteng ni? What am I going to draw? No? Tengok kucing, nak lukis kucing. I tengok kucing tengok I. Apa draw? Then I was listening to a ghost story about MJ12. That I would say credit goes to them because that sparked the idea. Kalau biasanya orang cerita hantu, someone tells you a ghost story. For example, I saw this thing, it has long hair, the eyes was red, the fangs was long. We tend to imagine, right?
Yes.
Ya betul.
So why not I do them a favor, I will draw out.
Okay.
I will sketch out the entity and let them see. You know, so that is orang kata cerita bergambar, illustrated ghost stories.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's where you come in. Like for you guys, it's like it's a kind of like, you know, it's a moving pictures, movie type. You know, mine's more to illustrated ghost stories. So that's where that they came in. So the first few stories was okay. First few stories I got it from my friends, so my neighbors, and then after that, it start coming in from readers. Alhamdulillah. I could see right now I have 19k plus followers, and Alhamdulillah it's growing.
Yes.
Not to mention the messenger is also flooding. Okay, to those of you who send your stories, I'm sorry if I missed out because it's like, you know,
It's a lot.
busy
it's
tau.
a lot.
Very busy.
Exactly. So
Faham.
usually I try to squeeze myself. Not squeeze myself. Squeeze my time. I'm too tired. Squeeze my time to actually draw and also post. Yeah. So the best time to draw,
Malam.
middle of the night. The best place to draw Kalau tak dekat rumah, if it's not at my place, it's at the car park, the multi-story car park, the top level, just like a sky garden, call it a garden. That's where I like to sit.
You intentionally go there to get the whole vibe.
Iya. Memang situ memang sunyi. Memang sunyi.
So dapat dia punya
Berani.
ni lah. Oh, okay. I think that is also the place where your cerita berlaku kan?
Yep.
Okay, since sekarang kita dah pun dah nak mula ni storytelling,
Yep.
apa kata kita kasih Zaid Wilson the time untuk storytell lah, bilang kita semua apa sebenarnya terjadi. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, ceritanya bermula begini. Okay, sebenarnya semenjak I lukis cerita-cerita hantu ni, tak pernah ada gangguan. Cuma satu ni saja. Tak tahu kenapa, at the time I was drawing this Pontianak. Okay, Pontianak, kakak cantik, whatever you call it, right? I was drawing and I was at the car park lah at the time. The area. I tengah lukis. It was like any other night, you know. Lukis. Kenapa rasa lain macam? Why the vibe is different? I mean, sometimes you don't have to be a psychic or someone with special gift to know something's up. You know, mula meremang. Tak pernah aku lukis dan meremang. Apa hal ni? Takkan dingin, takkan sejuk semacam. It was a humid night.
Okay.
It was a humid night. So okay, never mind, just carry on drawing. That's where I felt like there's a presence. You know, like when something's next to you, you can feel it.
Macam boleh rasa gitu.
Boleh rasa kan, macam ada orang
Someone's
perhatikan.
watching you.
Betul. You know, when someone's watching or there's a presence, you can feel it. It's like, okay, I'm not alone. Definitely not alone. So I just, pick up my stuff. I said, that's it, I'm going home. Never mind, tomorrow I can continue. I went home, I went back. Actually, it's quite a walking distance. Even in the lift, the vibe was still there. The feeling was still there. I mean, like, okay, something is wrong.
The presence
was still there. Okay, cuma silapnya that time I tak baca-baca. Because I'm trying to figure out the rationality, Mungkin, am I too tired, or is it my imaginations, Or is it suddenly I'm too engrossed drawing this that it's taking over? I'm trying to find some sense in it. Okay, sampai rumah, reach home. That's where I start to see some like moving shadows, apparitions moving. I have this habit. I suka tutup. I like to close the grill, but open the door. Okay, because I'm staying on a high floor. I like it because it's windy.
Alah, angin luar kan.
Yes, even though midnight, I still know.
Oh.
Yep. But my blog, many ghost stories. Many stories. But anyway, I like the wind, Okay, could be the neighbours coming back. Then I look at the time, 3 a.m. Okay, maybe dia habis lambat lah. Okay, always try to think rational. That's when it happened. I pusing, I tengok something was walking from the kitchen to the bedroom. It's like a shadow, but it's like long hair, silhouette. At that point of time, the lights was quite dim. I can see. Okay, then it's like, okay, that's it. I start, buka surah, apa semua, cuci muka. Then there was the last straw. There was a face. At the window. It's like, okay, dia dah start.
Tunjuk,
that means, dia tunjukkan. That means something does follow me and was following me home. Surah, I kuatkan sedikit. Tak kisah my neighbour sebelah, nak complain ke nak apa, because I'm going through hell right now. Okay, Alhamdulillah, that night I managed to sleep it off.
Okay.
But the next night, the following night, I went to the same thing. I didn't see anything, but I have a rocking chair home. That's why it moved.
It just move.
It moved.
Goyang sendiri.
Sendiri. Itu okay, tak apa. I was like, I suka tidur kat depan. Okay, tak apa, malam ni aku tidur kat bilik. Kucing start mengiau. I got 2 cats Ada kucing. Kucing dah start lain macam dia bunyi. It's
Dia
different
hissing
it's like,
hissing
asal dua ekor tengah bergaduh kan. Nak keluar tengok, nampak bayang dia duduk, rambut panjang all the way macam. Okay, that's it. Tak tidur. I was like, duduk dalam bilik. Okay, macam mana sekarang ni? I was like,
masih boleh duduk dalam bilik
duduk dalam bilik lah. It's like, okay, first thing tak boleh, we cannot show to them that we're really terrified.
Faham.
Memang anyone who goes through this type of phenomenon or incident, first thing your mind will go blank. Kadang-kadang nak baca apa tak nak baca. Nekat keluar, ambil wuduk, solat, Alhamdulillah. After that incident, tak ada lagi. So I was thinking, is it because something follow me home daripada tempat tu, di mana duduk tu tempat tu kotor, and it saw me, and it's like, what is this boy doing here? No, I'm too old to be a boy. What is this guy doing here? apa dia buat sini, aku ikut dia. Or
Dia suka
could it be that one of the drawings that I draw all this while I lukis
Janser.
resemble that thing.
Yeah.
That could be that could be it. That could be it. Pasal apa, diorang kata, a friend of mine told me, kadang-kadang kita lukis ni, kalau dia tahu, dia nampak yang kita boleh lukis sesuatu yang menyerupai benda tu, rupa dia akan ikut. Because you never know, this benda ni mungkin dia nak takutkan kita, ataupun nak tunjukkan dia ni wujud, ataupun is trying to communicate, trying to pass a message. Tapi apa yang nampak, okay, so far alhamdulillah I tak nampak rupanya. Tapi I lukis, yang I lukis ni is based on cerita yang diberikan, partly is my imagination. Nanti I show you.
Tak payah nantilah, tunjuk sekarang.
Now, betul?
Tunjuk sekarang. Excited ni.
Curious ni, apa gambar?
Kusyuk ni.
Takut Acap terpikat nanti tengok. Okay,
Mestilah
Acap, behave lah.
Papa
Okay.
ni semua very interesting kan. Memang suka.
Actually, I will bring all this whenever I go. Okay. I ada banyak lukisan. Maybe I pass some to Shobi.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry, I got your name wrong.
Tak apa tak.
Ini masuk bloopers tak? So, this is the drawing that night that I drew. Okay.
Okay.
And
Oh
my God.
Yang kena ganggu tu.
kena ganggu.
Okay.
Tapi ceritanya tak terjadi di kawasan tempat I tinggal lah.
Okay.
Tempat lain I tak nak cakap
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
You just go to my page and scroll lah, cari-cari
Okay.
So here it is. Muka dia.
Itu dia guys.
Wow.
So this is the entity So ni yang orang sampaikan cerita, you draw this photo and then you got kena kacau, kena ganggu.
Yang for the first time I kena ganggu.
For the first time kena ganggu
Kes muka beruk ni lah.
Cari pasal.
Geram. Okay, we can go through.
Wah.
So yeah, lukisan-lukisan, setiap lukisan I lukis berdasarkan daripada imajinasi.
Okay.
Imajinasi. Dan jarang sekali like I said, I would dare say tak pernah kena gangguan. Tapi kalau di kawasan rumah tu memang ada macam-macam story, macam-macam cerita. My neighbours kena kacau macam tengah malam budak-budak lari. And okay, yang paling common sekali bunyi goli sama ketuk.
Okay.
Even this one, yes, I can attest that it happened. Sometimes at night 2 a.m, 3 a.m, knocking on the wall. Rumah sebelah orang tua. Rumah sebelah, my next door neighbour is an old lady. The other neighbour hardly at home. Random nights, but it's still happening till now.
Okay, so your house you mentioned selain daripada yourself kan, anyone else ever see macam entities tak kat your house?
No, but my partner, she did experience one thing, which is that night she came over. Dia nak pergi buang sampah. Kali tengah buang sampah tu, dia rasa macam dia tak kena.
Okay.
Throwing the rubbish is a normal routine. But that night was something wrong, something different. Asal lain Dia cepat buang sampah, dia terus jalan balik. On the way balik, dia lalu salah satu rumah tu. Berapa rumah, ada satu rumah kosong. Belum ada tenant lagi, belum ada occupant. Daripada rumah tu lah dekat tingkap.
Kena sweet
Kena sweet.
Sweet.
I tengah duduk, tengah tengok TV, tengah layan kucing. Lari. Kalau kaki berat dia lah. Sorry B Kalau kalau kaki berat, I mean like someone really running like hell.
Okay. Serious
So that's what happened to her. But so far penampakan tak ada. Tapi kalau yang my neighbour satu lah, yang tingkat 2 tu, nampak tengah balong budak jalan. Budak. Tapi ada orang kata ni neighbour lain yang cakap oh tu bukan budak, tu toyol tua. Toyol tua
Tak boleh ada umur.
That's why sometimes exactly my reaction sometimes when I receive these stories, but I don't want to judge. Diorang kata ada orang tua separuh pokok lah, apa and all that. These things can take any form. Okay. It can take a form of anything from your darkest imagination or even the worst nightmare. These are all things. Whatever you see in the picture, whatever the names are given, it comes back to one entity. Jin. That's what I believe lah.
Betul. Wah, seram sejuk tengok gambar ni semua Tengok tu, Masya Allah ada detail ni semua guys.
Ini apa ni, dia kira is a guardian of a keris. Orang dapat keris pusaka, dia dapat mimpi, separuh orang separuh harimau.
Wah. Okey lah, kita telah pun dengar cerita seram daripada Syed Wilson Acap dah tak kena gaya kat ujung sana
Jap.
Dah seram sejuk kat sana. Okay, thank you so much Syed Wilson for coming on board and actually sharing not only stories guys, this time ada gambar lagi tau. Which susah dapat ni. Kalau korang harapkan aku draw Jahannam takkan dapat sampai punya, tapi korang tengoklah drawing ni semua ni. Okay.
Really helps with the imagination.
Imagination. Okay, tapi sebelum itu kita ada sikit sebanyak sagu hati. Am I using it?
Yes.
Aduh.
Ini dia, sorry
Oh my
tangan
God,
left
thank you
hand,
so
sorry.
much.
Tak seberapa lah kita punya merchandise as a token of appreciation for being our guest. Kau nak tengok, silakan tengok.
Boleh.
Kita suka orang tengok. Kita suka orang jadi reaction. Itu dia, first one.
Okay. Wow, this is a phone cover.
Yes. Exclusive only for Real or Not punya segment. Yeah, that's why I asked you for your phone model.
Okay.
Kau pun ada question apa perempuan ni tanya phone model aku.
Okay, we have a box.
Okay, sila enjoy tengok Okay guys, sebelum kita tutup tirai for tonight, once again thank you to our main sponsor Siti Hasyimah and also Tuan Hassan Jaafar, Perlu Rumah Ingat Shima, dan juga Hassan Jaafar Property. Itu dia. And also guys, don't forget to follow Syed Wilson on his social media. Kalau korang ada cerita seram yang korang ada pernah lalui, tapi tak ada gambarannya kan, inilah orang dia. Dia can get up to 60 to 100%. Pandai aku untuk dapatkan tau. And then korang just DM him. How can they reach you?
Okay, you can go to my page on Facebook, The Dark Arts of Syed Wilson. Just go to the messenger button, click to it, send your stories. Most importantly, what I need is which area do you stay, alright, which particular neighborhood, and the description of that thing that you saw. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a dark, apparition or what, is okay. Just send. Why which area? Because my story is mostly
Location based
location based, comes from the heartlands. Because so many forests has been deforested, so many places has been leveled to build houses and all that. So where else would they haunt?
Betul?
Your houses.
Oh, alamak.
Good.
Yep.
That was a punch.
Tagline dia tu
Caption baru.
Yes. Jadi tonight you're going back home, watch your back
Kena warning.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so if you like our video, do like this video, and also if you like our content, subscribe to our channel. Ia akan dapat membantu kita untuk grow this channel. InsyaAllah we will continue to entertain korang. Itu sahaja for malam ini. Stay tuned tomorrow for more POV episodes. That's it for tonight. Bye.